Hey guys, RB the Garden Nanny. It is Friday, May 19th, and I am getting ready to plant a new Clematis, Duchess of Edinburgh. I found a white Clematis, that is the name of it, and I found it at one of our local hardware stores. They are 30% off because we're nearing the end of the season. So if you're interested in finding some things that are on clearance, check out your hardware stores. They may have some bulbs that are marked down. And also I am getting ready to plant these beautiful, let me show you, these beautiful pansies in some containers in my backyard. So yeah, I have been sitting around enjoying this beautiful weather. So enough sitting, let's get busy. Oh, I almost forgot these beautiful vinca. I have a red, white, and blue color scheme this year. And I had petunias growing. And I thought I would line the very front row. Got another little bag of them in here. I just got a tray of 18. I just like white. White seems to really pop. So I'm just gonna line the edge of one of my beds with these beautiful vinca. This is my Patriot theme for this year. Red, white, and blue. And most of them are petunias. As you can see, the red, white, and blue petunias. And the row in the front is just vinca, a white vinca. So I'm looking forward to this filling out. And let me show you the rest of the themed red, white, and blue. These containers here. I have a red canna in the center. Same here. I have a red canna in the center. I have some sweet potato vine spilling out on the sides, on each side. And also a vinca vine here, and I put some pillows to match my theme, red, white, and blue. More red and white than blue, but I have that center flag pillow to tie it all in. And I love this container, red, white, and blue petunias, so very pretty. This is under the light box. I had some clematis that were on sale. I put those here. This is the color. It is, that's the name of it, Killian Donahue. I got a couple of solar lights that are Patriot. Now I wait for all of these daffodil leaves to turn yellow before I start chopping them. They don't look pretty hot standing here, but You want to make sure that they get their photosynthesis going on so that they can do well for next year flowering. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait until those turn yellow like this one. And then I'll chop them all the way down to the base where you won't even see or know that daffodils are here. So that's what I'm going to do. But right now they have to stay. Boo-hoo. As well as that little planter up there. So yes, I am ready for the 4th of July and summer and all that good stuff. So yeah, that is what it's looking like so far. So I'm gonna clean up my mess and go in the back. So I'm going to be working out here in the pineapple garden. This is the pineapple garden. I have a David Austin rose, the beautiful rose is climbing over the trellis. And it's looking pretty good. I'm very excited about it. I see here in this pot that this plant is overtaking my hydrangea. So I may have to move that. We will see. But this is the time to work in this section. I have some plants here that I grew from seed. I'll put the name of it on the screen. They are coming up pretty good. And this is where I'm going to be working today in these 6 pots, putting in my petunias. I'm also going to trim my boxwood and do some deadheading on my roses. All of these pots are on drip, so I have drip in each one, and I need to put some extra soil down in here. And this is the first year that these pots are put on drip, which is so nice because this is a waste from my house. The hose is away from my house, and coming all the way over here every day to water was not a lot of fun. So if you're interested in learning how to put in drip, I will attach in the description box a video that helped me greatly. And I've also shared it with other friends, and they've done it themselves. It's so nice to be able to go on vacation and know that your plants are being watered. You don't have to have your kids come and do it, or other family members. You just put it on a timer and it comes on as often as you like. And as long as you like. Be careful with the bill though. It can get pretty pricey if you leave it on for a long period of time. So just be mindful of that. Okay. So I have my osmocot. I love this stuff. I use it in all my plantings that I do for my annuals. They are looking pretty leggy, so I may have to cut them back. And don't be afraid to cut them back. I've cut them back before. I even put them in, but you know, they're ready for their pots. Sometimes you just don't have the time to put them in when you want to. So what I'm going to do is put them in, and then I'll cut them back. I'll show you how to cut them back. plants in these pots, they were tulips. And you know, tulips go straight up. So they were hitting their head on this. And so I don't think I will put tulips in here anymore. I kind of like the floppiness of the way these petunias are looking. It's real early. We haven't even hit June. This thing is going to be overflowing with flowers. Okay, this is what it looks like right now. And they don't look bad. They really don't. I could leave it like this and it would be fine. It's just hanging over the pot, which kind of looks pretty nice. I'm gonna step back a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think at least cut one pot back, because I do kind of like that. I kind of like the way it's looking kind of wild, hanging over the pots like that. And even if I do cut them back, it'll do the same thing as they grow. So I'm just going to leave it, but I will cut one back just so that you can see what I'm talking about. Anybody know what that is? Let me know. Yeah, as I'm walking this way, I really like the way that looks. So do I want to cut it? Decisions. I'm also going to be planting, as I said, my Clematis, Duchess of Edinburgh. That is a beautiful double Clematis. Beautiful, beautiful. It is a 1 year #1 size. So what that means is there's 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3. It may also go by A, B, and C, but this is #1. And now all that means is that you don't have to cut this one at all. Bottom line, you can leave it exactly the way it is. You can cut it if you want to, you know, deal with the shape of it or the height or any of that. That's totally up to you, but do it after it flowers. But you do not have to do anything with #1 Clematis. If you have your box, it'll tell you what it is. If you don't have a box, I'm sorry. Look it up on Google and they will tell you exactly what to do with your Clematis. This is, like I say, a #1, so you don't have to cut it at all or prune it at all. Put a picture of my David Austin roses, what they look like. They're a little spent right now, so I'm gonna go back and start deadheading the flowers off. There's more blooms to come. And when I say deadheading, just in case you don't know, I'm just taking off the part that is no longer viable. So I just cut it right at the tip here. Cut it off all throughout the plant. Should go pretty quickly. This encourages more new growth. And I also cut off a lot of these leaves that bugs have ravaged. I have come to just go with the flow with my roses. They get the holes in the leaves. I'm no longer spraying anymore or doing anything drastic. I just take a bunch of them inside and enjoy it that way. And I also enjoy it by, taking my pictures before it starts getting overtaken by the insects. They love them just as much as I do, unfortunately. So I don't stress myself out with the roses anymore. I used to. I no longer do that anymore. I'm just learning how to go with the flow. Go with the flow of life. Gonna always be something. And I'm not gonna give it that much of my attention. This is my sanctuary, remember? I'm not gonna stress out in my sanctuary. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I will show you what this looks like when I am finished. Wow, there was a lot of buds that were spent. There's still loads and loads of flowers. This climbing rose is David Austin's Gertrude Jekyll. And man, don't it look so much better that it's been pruned? Unbelievable. And this one, this is Paul Neron. I had this one attached to this trellis before I even got the David Austin. So that's telling you something, right? It's beautiful. I love it. I kept those. They're a little spent, but they're still looking pretty to me. And there's still more to come on this rose. Very pretty. But David Austin, oh my gosh, this climbing rose is so awesome. So if I get any more roses in the near future, it will be a David Austin, I have to say. So I'm going to do my hedges. I'm going to be using my DeWalt 20 volt max. Had this for years. Love it. So there it is finished. Of course I have to clean up my mess, but it looks so much better. So much better. Yeah, I love it. My last project for today is taking these plants out and putting in the Clematis. And this is going to be the trellis that it goes up. So I have not been sure what this plant is, and I'm not really fond of it. So anytime I have something that I'm not fond of, I take it out because I have very little real estate. So bye-bye. this makes it, it's going to be a miracle. I just may take that one back. $10, 30% off. It's just not worth it. It looks dead.